Hey, Burner, owner of Cookies. I don't know who else to make a video for. I mean, you're the one that's up on top. And you had cancer. So, works out as a really good one to propose this to. And all I ask is no, I don't want any money. No, I don't want any weed. I love some weed, but all I want, like I get a demand. I would like to see Jack Kruse on your show. See, for someone that beat cancer, as in the cannabis industry, has multiple facilities all over the place, EMF, just have Jack Kruse go on there and talk about it. Because everybody's mindset is cannabis cures cancer. With the research work, that's probably true from everything that's been out there, right? With a little discrepancy. For one, it was done way back then, and the person that they were using it on probably wasn't growing it. But I'm going to show you a picture from Jack Kruse, a neurosurgeon, well respected. Plus, there's 200 plus other scientists that know about this EMF, and you can test everywhere, as well as your employees, which I hope they do, seeing that their heads are only a few feet away from a light, if that. So there's a lot more with it besides just the light. It's the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi plus fans, and it's a Faraday cage. But let's just look at the picture. So, brain cancer and EMF, a bad reality, Jack Kruse. I've been doing this for 7 years, trying to contact grow shows, and yeah, zero. I've had interesting conversations and posts that I saved because some of that shit was pretty dark. Hey, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, that is quite alarming, but it'd be damaging to the industry. I got problems with that. I can't leave this. If someone's willing to say that, and this can damage a newborn. Dr. Klinkart did a 10K study, and he can still, to this day, go to someone's house, do an assessment on the dirty electricity and EMFs in the sleeping area, and give an assessment of whether or not that woman is going to have an autistic child. There's a whole bunch of that. And for some reason, it doesn't cross over to the cannabis world, and it should. AutismOne. You got Peter, who brings a tent there that is shielded from all these microwaves. I like to regurgitate the fact that you can buy a meter and test this anywhere at any given time, anywhere in the world. And you can go over to environmental health trusts and see all the published pages from PubMed on the damaging effects. Or you can look at the other countries like France that has limitations on schools and daycare centers. Now, I want you to let this scenario sink into your head. If you sell seeds, grow tents, lights, etc., that's going to promote more people to grow at home. Henceforth, you're going to have an uprise in autistic children if that EMF level of the sleeping area is higher. 10K study, yeah. Half this practice is autistic children. I don't know much more a person can do to get someone just to have a scientist, a neurosurgeon. I mean, you can have the scientist on there too, but you have a neurosurgeon, and you're probably going to have to pay for him to get on the show. That's how important he is to other people. And he can also talk about the danger of blue light. So we're going to wrap this whole thing up because I ain't coming back until I have a meter and I can buy said grow lights, test them myself, do my review on it, and plaster review on their page that cannot be removed by law. And if it is, I have every right to sue. That way, the woman that's going to have a child has an informed decision that she can make, because no one can justify this at all. One person has cancer and decides, I'm going to grow some cannabis to cure my cancer. Why everyone in the house gets bombarded by EMF. There is no upshot. There is, on the other hand, more to the story, because now, depending on the size of that grow, you also have Wi-Fi from the smart meter. And where do little children play usually? In the backyard. But this doesn't just affect you now. Now it affects your neighbors. And this can all be legitimately tested with an actual meter. Or you can actually purchase an actual specialist to come out to your house and do these tests. You are an electrical chemical being. And I was having fun growing until I put all this together with my information from my past on EMF and Wi-Fi from making cantanas. But short, closer to the bandwidth, or multitude of the bandwidth. Let that sink into your head, because that means the way that these are designed, same thing with G5, the waveform of the actual wave itself goes for smaller people, hence for children. So, for the workers, I pray for you, because you are in a high-level EMF environment. I have called one of the manufacturer of the top 3 power supplies, and he informed me, and that's coming straight from him, not saying the name yet until I buy my own meter and purchase it so I can do a review and smack that shit all over the place. 30 milligrams. You can go over to Bioinitiative Report and find out what that is. But Environmental Health Trust, you can get all your education over there and all the links to all the published PubMed on the damaging effect this does. Do you think it's going to go up or go down? It's going to go up. There's going to be more Wi-Fi, more Bluetooth, and there's no winning here at all. So one person has cancer and everybody, including pets, gets bombarded by EMF. When do your lights usually go on? At nighttime. When melatonin is key for the body. Please, if you have a grow show, let Jack Kruse on your show and talk about EMF and blue light. And have him give you an assessment on whether or not it's worth growing cannabis inside your house. Do you know the amount of equipment you are going to need to shield your house with that much power? And a dimming switch. When you have a dimming switch on it, you add more dirty electricity. Sam Milham, the author of Dirty Electricity. I think I hit everything. I think I didn't miss anything. EMF Health Summit, AutismOne, Magna Havis, Dietrich Klinkhardt, Peter Sullivan, that's AutismOne, Environmental Health Trust. You're going to get that whole list of 200 plus scientists that sign a statement saying that there needs to be a safety standard for it, because other countries have it, we don't. We have a thing called the right-of-way because we know the damaging effects on children, but we don't really stress it a whole lot. Yeah. That's pretty much it. I think we got it covered, and we got it all covered in 10 minutes. So if you're a worker at a facility, I would go get a meter or rent a EMF health expert, usually about $150, but shit, at least you know what kind of EMFs are in your work area for 8 to 12 hours a day. Brain cancer and EMF, a bad reality. I don't know how much more a message can get any clearer. I mean, the songs I tried, but I'm just I'm going in full bore. I was gonna wait for my check, but yeah, we're not ready for the settlement yet. But I'm prepared. I already got my meter picked out. $425.